Hey, what's up, Boxers? This is Zach Rosette with Buildbox. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to make money with iPhone games. Now, we're going to break this down into an easy 3-step process. The first step is to make a game. The second step is to generate downloads. And the third is to monetize. Now, we're going to go over all of these steps in depth in this video. And if you think this video is useful and you want to see more videos like this, then please like this video and subscribe to our channel.
Like and subscribe.
So first on the list is making a game. And I gotta say, my favorite way to make a game is using Buildbox. Now, this isn't because I work with the Buildbox team, but this is actually because I used to be a programmer and I used to put in tons and tons of time. I would stay up all night programming, and it just didn't feel like I was being efficient with my time. It felt like I was just taking so long to do the things that I wanted to do. Now, I'm gonna give you a quick look showing you just how easy it is to make a game with Buildbox so that you can get an idea of what it'll take for you to get started. So this is what you're going to see when you first fire up Buildbox. So if you're wanting to start a new project, you're going to want to click Create New. This is going to open up the creator window, and you can go ahead and put the name of your game up here at the top. And if you want to look at different game types, we've got this awesome preview window so you can look at all these different gameplay types and you can get a quick look at them to see what the gameplay is going to be like and see which type of game that you want to make. And there's a whole bunch of great ones to choose from, so you're going to want to check those out. Now, we've also got some basic settings and some world settings down here as well. And you can customize all of these settings down here at the bottom to suit your game. And then you want to just go ahead and click Create. So let me go ahead and just give you a quick look at Buildbox and show you a few things. Down here at the bottom, you've got your different scenes, and it's so easy to add extra scenes. You just click on one scene, you hit D on your keyboard, and that stands for duplicate, and you're able to just copy scene after scene. So it's really, really fast, and you can save tons of time. You can also add character animations really quickly. It's as easy as dropping in your images into the right box. You could also mess with character gameplay settings and change the way that your character interacts in the world. We've got a bunch of great effects and logic tools that you can add to your game to help enhance your game. And we've got advanced moves and components like health and damage and rotation mapper. We've got an awesome world mind map that takes you from the start of your game to the finish of your game. And we've got world settings that you can change things like gravity and time warp. And it's as easy as just changing a few settings around. A great place to look at some completed games made with Buildbox is the Buildbox Showcase and the Buildbox All-Stars. The Buildbox All-Stars page has all of the Apple featured games that have been made with Buildbox, and there's a great selection here, and if you want to see some examples, then this is definitely a good place to check it out. So there's lots of ways to make a game. Using Buildbox just happens to be my favorite, but no matter how you make your game, once you're done, the next step in the process is to generate downloads. Now, there's lots of ways to generate downloads, and some ways are better than others, but the two ways that will probably give you your best chance of success is getting an Apple feature or getting published. So getting an Apple feature is definitely difficult, there's no question of that, but there are ways to give yourself a better chance of getting an Apple feature. One of the things that you can do is make sure to include a new feature that Apple has just come out with. Something like augmented reality is really popular right now because it's totally new, so Apple really wants to push that. So if you can include that in your game, it gives you a better chance. One other thing that can help your chances, and really it's a requirement at this point, is to create and deliver a polished product. With Apple, it's all about aesthetics, so you really need to be pushing out something that is truly beautiful. A good example to look at is Monument Valley and Monument Valley 2. This has a really polished look, and so it got an Apple feature right away, and it's done really, really well. One thing that'll definitely help your chances with getting an Apple feature is getting press coverage, and a good way to get press coverage is by using a press kit. So when you're approaching journalists or trying to land press coverage, it's important that you've got a USP, which is a unique selling point. You need to be able to tell them exactly what distinguishes your game from the rest. Why is your game unique? Now, once you've got your unique selling point clearly laid out, now it's time to add things like a gameplay trailer or a gameplay preview. You want to have icons or logos to choose from, some high-resolution screenshots of your game, and a quick synopsis explaining what your game is all about. Now, once you've got your press kit all dialed in and you're ready to talk to some journalists or get some press coverage, there's definitely some press websites that you should reach out to. Crunch, Mashable, and Touch Arcade are a few good examples. If you're having trouble getting a hold of some of these journalists' email or just getting in touch with someone, there are some websites that are really great for finding journalists' emails. There's Viola Norbert, there's found.ly, and there's Reportive, and also I believe Email Hunter will work as well, and I'll give links to those websites down below in the description. And when you think you're truly ready to have your game featured by Apple, there is a form that you can fill out that you can submit a pitch to Apple to get your game featured, and I'll include the link to this website down below in the description as well. The next strategy that will probably give you your highest chance of success with game development is getting published. Now, the trick to getting published is really about nailing these 5 categories, okay? The first of which is having a unique gameplay. Now, this doesn't mean that your gameplay has never been seen before and it is completely unique, but it has to be able to stand out from other games. Now, the next thing that you gotta have is amazing art graphics. Now, I don't care if you're using poly art, pixel art, minimalistic art, whatever art style you're using, it doesn't really matter. What really matters is that your graphics look clean and polished. Now, the third thing that your game needs to have is an intuitive experience. The idea here is to be able to have a child or their grandparents play your game and have fun. You do not want people playing your game and spending half an hour confused. So it's gotta be intuitive and it's gotta flow. Now, the fourth thing that you really got to nail down if you want to help your chances with getting published is having viral potential. Now, this is a really hard one to pin down because I'm not exactly sure how anything goes viral. There's certain things that have gone viral that have completely surprised me and blown me away. But I would say that it has to have the right combination of innovation, likability, and something I can only describe as stickiness. Whatever it is, it's really got to stick in a person's head. And whatever that it factor is, that's what publishers are looking for. The last thing that you need to have figured out if you want to help your chances with getting published is your game has to have a high replay value. Now, what this means is people play your game and they keep coming back again and again to keep playing. Now, what you don't want is to have a really good game that people are fine with playing just 1 or 2 times and then they're done. So it needs to have a high replay value if you want to help your chances getting published. Now, just a quick recap on how to make money with iPhone games. The first thing that you got to do is you got to make a game. The second thing you got to do is generate downloads, and some of the best ways to do that is to get published or to get an Apple feature. And the third thing that you've got to do if you want to make money with iPhone games is you got to monetize. So monetization is really broken up into 3 categories, and I'm going to do this short and sweet. The first is in-app purchases, the second is in-game currency, which drives reward videos, and third is just having advertisements in your game. Now, with in-app purchases, that's a great way to make money, but it's also a great way to get an Apple feature because Apple makes money on those in-app purchases. So if you have a lot of those in your game, it helps your chances. So having in-game currency is also a must-have because it allows people to save up that currency so they can afford things like characters or extra worlds or things like that. And what ends up happening is they're willing to watch reward videos so they can get a little bit of extra currency, and it keeps them coming back and playing over and over again. So that's really good to have. And also with reward videos, they're not allowed to exit out of those videos, so you end up getting more money on those. Now, the third way to help monetize your game is to just have ads in general in your game. Now, there's a couple different types of ads. There is banner ads, there's interstitial ads, and there's reward video ads. Now, the way it works is that banner ads will get you the least amount of money, interstitials will get you a little bit more, and reward videos will get you the most. So I would say having reward videos are definitely a must in your game. Alright, that's it for this video. If you thought this video was useful and you want to see more videos like this, then please like this video and subscribe to our channel.
Like and subscribe.
Hi.